Imagine never paying property taxes again. Now imagine your state actually attempting to implement that. And it's not satire, it's legitimate policy. 10 U.S. states are challenging the cornerstone of local government funding, property taxes. Some want reductions, a few want complete elimination. Sounds attractive, correct? But who finances schools, infrastructure, emergency services? That's where complications arise. We're discussing constitutional amendments, legislative battles, and one genuinely wild plan involving petroleum money and perpetual tax exemption. North Dakota isn't joking around. Which state wants freezing taxes for elderly residents? Which one's depending on casino revenue? One state is considering a proposal that could backfire so catastrophically it might bankrupt entire counties. Let's examine this. Number 10, Iowa. In Iowa, your property taxes might decrease unless you blink and overlook the invoice. In 2023, Iowa passed Senate File 181. What does it accomplish? Caps city and county property tax revenue growth, but only if population declines. Bold strategy. Iowa. Governor Kim Reynolds is on a mission reforming the whole system. Iowa had the 10th highest effective property tax rate nationally at 1.43%. Average property tax invoice around $3,000. Iowa's budget, $1 billion surplus. Until lawmakers stop bickering over where to cut, don't expect your invoice to vanish. Can we discuss the wind in Iowa? It's not just breezy, it's a full-blown personality. Horizontal snow, haircuts ruined, entire conversations lost. Number 9. Georgia just tried canceling property taxes. In 2023, House Bill 848 would have completely eliminated property taxes on owner-occupied homes. Zero. Gone. The catch? They replaced that lost revenue with higher state sales tax. Georgia's average effective property tax rate is 0.87%. But in counties like Fulton, some homeowners pay over $4,000 annually. Median home price around $325,000, up nearly 50% since 2019. The idea sounds amazing until you realize schools and fire departments feed off that money. The Georgia Municipal Association basically panicked. It didn't pass yet, but this idea isn't dead. Number 8. Arkansas. Arkansas wants to lower your property taxes, which sounds generous until you realize it's basically saying, please don't leave. Arkansas has one of the lowest property tax rates in the U.S., and they still want to cut it more. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders made it clear Arkansas is open for business.
Arkansans will feel this tax relief immediately.
Effective property tax rate 0.61%. Median home price around $200,000. Typical tax invoice under $1,300. The trade-off: super low taxes, but underfunded schools, crumbling infrastructure, and broadband so slow you can see pixels load in real time. Number 7. Kansas. Kansas isn't trying to kill property taxes. It's trying to put them on a leash. Property taxes here have been creeping up fast. Effective property tax rate approximately 1.34%. Median home price approximately $230,000, up roughly 35 to 40% since 2019. Kansas legislators have been pushing caps on annual property valuation increases, expanded homestead exemptions, proposals requiring voter approval before local governments raise taxes. Kansas is affordable until property taxes quietly erase the savings. Number 6. Wyoming. Wyoming doesn't need your property taxes. It's already rich from dinosaurs and oil. And lawmakers are asking, why not just give that money back? Wyoming is sitting on billions in natural resource royalties. No state income tax, low sales tax. But property values in rural counties jumped 40 to 60% in 5 years. Wyoming's average effective property tax rate is 0.58%, but assessed values are spiking. Seniors and ranchers getting hit hardest. Bills have been introduced to cap assessment increases and expand homestead exemptions. Number 5. Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania has been trying to kill school property taxes for so long, the bill should qualify for retirement benefits. House Bill 13, 2023, the latest effort to fully eliminate school property taxes across the state. The plan: Replace them with broader state sales tax, raised from 6 to 7%. Add a statewide earned income tax surcharge. PA's average school property tax bill, $3,000 to $5,000 per year. If you own property, this plan could cut your annual housing costs in half. But if you don't own property, now you're funding public education with every paycheck. Number 4. Ohio. Ohio is trying to reduce property taxes the same way people try to cancel gym memberships. Loud, confusing, and somehow still expensive. Property taxes in Ohio are set by a formula so confusing it might have been designed by a spreadsheet with a drinking problem. Ohio's average effective property tax rate, 1.52%, 7th highest in the U.S. Governor DeWine approved property tax relief for veterans and senior homeowners. Ohio's legislature is eyeing structural reform. Some lawmakers want to phase out property taxes entirely for seniors over 70. Number 3. Florida. Florida has no state income tax, but that tan you're paying for is hiding a pretty aggressive property tax scheme. If you own a home in the Sunshine State, property taxes are where the real sting happens. Effective property tax rate, 0.80%. But in hot markets like Miami or Tampa, expect $6,000 to $12,000 per year. Median home price statewide, approximately $400,000. Lawmakers are considering caps on annual property tax increases, stronger homestead protections, assessment freezes for seniors. Governor DeSantis not leading the charge, but not blocking it either. Number 2. Texas. Texas doesn't have a state income tax. It just collects rent on your house forever. And now they're actually talking about ending property taxes completely. Zero. Gone. In 2023, Governor Abbott and Lieutenant Governor Patrick started pushing for phasing out property taxes entirely by replacing them with state surplus funds and increased sales taxes. Patrick has been very public about a long-term plan to eventually eliminate school property taxes. Abbott's latest budget, packed with $18 billion in property tax relief. Effective property tax rate, 1.63%, 6th highest in the U.S. No state income tax is great until your property tax bill shows up dressed like a villain. Number 1. North Dakota. North Dakota is doing the one thing politicians in every other state are too afraid to even whisper: abolishing property taxes completely. Not reform, not freeze. Delete the entire line item. In 2024, a proposed constitutional amendment qualified for the 2026 ballot. If it passes, property taxes gone forever. The plan: replace the revenue with state funds drawn from North Dakota's multi-billion-dollar oil and gas reserves. Property tax rate approximately 0.98%. North Dakota's tax plan is basically, what if we just had oil pay for everything? It's bold, it's weird, and it might actually work. In California, you pay $13,000 in property taxes. In North Dakota, you could own a small ranch and skip the tax bill entirely. North Dakota might eliminate property taxes. Now all they have to do is survive voter turnout during a January election.